How do local people in Hawaii feel and think about the fire, or Maui, that began on August 8th, 2023? In the Hawaiian language, Lahaina means cruel or merciless sun. La means sun, and Haina means merciless. The town of Lahaina, like all resorts and golf courses in Hawaii, are built on top of sacred burial sites. Just 6% of the residents of Hawaii have Hawaiian blood. 1/3 of the population is part Pacific Islander. 1/4 of the population is what we call born and raised, or what we consider local in Hawaii. 3/4 of the population is not local. And I say that because people think Hawaiians live in Hawaii. No. 2/3 of all people from Hawaii cannot afford to live in their homeland. And now I'm going to give you some statistics to show you who can actually afford to live in Lahaina. Lahaina had 13,000 residents. 83% of the residents were U.S. citizens. 33%, about 1/3, were born outside the U.S. 48% of the residents owned their homes. The rest were renters. 40% of the homes in Lahaina were Airbnb or vacation rentals. In Hawaii, 1 in 7 homes are empty. They're luxury vacation rentals and second or third or fourth homes for wealthy people. Meanwhile, Hawaiian people, they stay living 30 to 40 people in a 2-bedroom house. Everybody work 4 minimum wage jobs. So see the tent? Yeah, that means that's 1 extra bedroom. So now it's a 3-bedroom house. So what locals in Lahaina have to say right now? They're getting calls from real estate investors who are swooping in, offering to buy the victims' properties for cash, cheap. There's $100 million of aid going to FEMA, Red Cross, and United Way, and those organizations are blocking local people from receiving donations, and they're turning away volunteers, and they're also adding red tape to everything. The Hawaii Tourism Authority is like, yeah, we told the tourists for go away, and within 1 week, 46,000 of them left. Meanwhile, 30,000 new tourists arrive each day. On a typical day in Maui, there are 69,000 tourists staying in resorts, and that traffic delays rescue efforts. Local politicians, including the mayor, are nowhere to be found, not answering phone calls. There's zero leadership. In every single one of the donation ports of the grassroots volunteers, not a single official has called them, stayed in touch, or shown up. And maybe that's because that's not who funds their campaigns. Police have orders to block residents from checking on their burnt homes. So in this video, 300 local people are arguing with the police. Police forces were originally created in the late 19th century to protect rich people from being robbed by poor people. So in the previous video, here's some regular people and the police are like, are you rich? No? It's not our job. Hawaii Electric knew the power lines were a hazard in high winds, but they did not shut off electricity. Why? The population is 150,000, but there are 900,000 tourists a month staying at the resorts, and they want air conditioning. There was no water in the fire hydrants to put out the fire because all the water is directed to and reserved for golf courses, resorts, and gated communities for McMansions. An executive of the West Land Maui company who owns 24,000 acres with golf courses, resorts, and developments, Glenn Tremble, pressured the state to take water from the streams that feed native Hawaiian farms to fight the fire. And when they said no, he was outraged and said, quote unquote, the process failed us. Maui is still directed to his golf courses, not to the fire. So what local people do is what we have always done. They band together and help each other. The people that are the most broken and the saddest with the least resources are doing the most for everyone else. Auntie Lehua Kekahuna says, when the kahea, that's a Hawaiian word for call, when the call comes, we'll be there. We're our own soldiers. She says, all the Red Cross people, bless their hearts, flying in from out of state. Do you think they're going to pick up the bodies? You think they can pick up metal? You think they can pick up cars? Locals say FEMA and relief organizations are not doing anything. So they're left to, quote unquote, find the charred corpses of their loved ones themselves. And local people using their own trucks, their own gas, rallying their kids to help. They go work a full-time job. After they come home from their jobs, they organize relief efforts out of their garage or their yard. Local people are not just doing the work of aid workers, demolition crews, and law enforcement. They're paying for it with their own money that they earned as maids, janitors, landscapers, and construction workers. And meanwhile, hotels in Hawaii, which are owned by Japanese, Australian, and American conglomerates, are charging $500 to $800 a night, letting the local people clean up the mess for free so that their guests can swim in the ocean. And then you have people saying, if there's no tourism, the local people won't have any jobs. Since the overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom in 1893, when American businessmen pointed guns at Queen Liliuokalani and said, sign your country over to us or we'll kill you, the government has been stealing the ancestral lands of Hawaiian people and selling it off to billionaires. I'm pretty sure they want their land back more than they want their minimum wage jobs. And then they don't have to live in the 3-bedroom house no more, or these lovely studio apartments.